What's going on, guys? ShadowNinja here, and today I will make a video discussing my, wishes for Rainbow Six Siege upcoming this year 5. Now, the R6 Invitational is coming. That means pretty much the end of the year of content. Currently for year 4, we're reaching the end of season 4. Mid-season reinforcements, mid-season update came today. So we're reaching the end of year 4, and while I'm not going to talk too much about what I thought about year 4, I'm going to be talking about a lot of what I hope to see in year 5 for Rainbow Six Siege. Yes, we're definitely getting a year 5 for this game. The support seems to be, never ending, and I'm really appreciative of Ubisoft and how they treated this remarkable game and one of my favorites I've played of this generation on this console. Now, getting into a few things I want to talk about, let's start with number 1, and that's just, hopefully we get maps. Maps are pretty much my number 1 thing right now, is because a lot of these maps are, they work. Border, coastline, a lot of these maps have kind of fit into the meta and become balanced, while some don't like certain parts of aspects of certain maps. It's fair. We haven't really got a new map, and I feel like we haven't actually given time to get used to a new map. I feel like Ubisoft is a little bit of, like crazy of like, oh, this map sucks. It's like Hereford Base. I honestly enjoyed that map. Right when it was growing on me, it was taken from me. So it's a little unfortunate. So hopefully we get 2 new maps, 2 brand new maps, and the return of 2 maps you're gonna be a little surprised of. Now, for one, my favorite map in general in the game is Favela. I know, it's a shocker, and it's not in the game, which kind of hurts me. But they took it out like year 2 out of the game, maybe beginning of year 3, and we haven't heard a single word since. Now, we don't know if they scrapped the idea of reworking Favela or just or fixing it in general. We got a lot of other maps for. We don't know how long this design process for this map took, so maybe this was a lot longer than maybe redesigning Cafe or Clubhouse or stuff like that. But again, I want to see Favela return, brand new. Obviously new layout, much better. Much better ranked, balanced meta. In that sense, even though it was unbalanced, I still loved it. And also the return of a house. Now, this house wouldn't really be a house; it'll be more like a mansion. But I do want to see Ubisoft, go back to the first map we've ever seen of Rainbow Six Siege, and rework it, retune it to fit what the game has become. Again, that map was pretty much outdated. It was early tests. It was a map they first made. You can clearly tell, and the meta of Siege and what it became never really fit what it was, what that map was trying to do. So seeing that will be, etc. We all hate house, but I want to see that map return, rework, something like that. So again, 2 new maps and 2 brand new full-blown reworks. Now on to number 2. I want to see some operators with some new weapons. Now again, I feel like they gave the reason of not having new weapons due to a learning curve and stuff like that and getting the license. I kind of don't really buy it entirely. I feel like they just they feel like it's a way to help new players get into the game. And I feel like Ubisoft needs to retract that statement. They need to, get these licenses for these guns. They need to showcase new guns for new operators. Because one of the best parts about Siege is just learning new things, being competitive, tuning your craft to your play style, all these different things, learning a bunch of things. And that's what makes Siege what it is today. 4 years of Rainbow Six Siege wasn't because of crazy content. It was because there was content to support what made the game so fun, and that was learning, adapting, and being competitive. And the fact that if you have no new guns really makes that meta of what Siege is built on very stagnant. So to introduce new guns, new ways to play, new gun balances, I think we will be having a new players, or players like me that's been around for 4 years, will have a good time experiencing some of these these new things. And we do like new things, but a new weapon will help diverse the balance of the game and what we can do and can't do. At the same time, new players, it will give them more to do, and in many ways that's what Siege is about: learning, adapting, and just learning, getting better at the game. So again, Ubisoft has to retract that statement and give us some new guns. Number 3 is going to be a quick one. It's going to be a console little wish. I want them to fix the MMK issue, the mouse and keyboard issue on console. I am a Plat 1 player. I've been Diamond a few times, past few years. So it's getting to the point where I'm playing at a complete disadvantage, and at times it can be completely frustrating. when I face people that are somewhat decent at keyboard and mouse, or just good in controller, I'm fine, I have a good time. But when you run into that person that's unfortunately disgusting with mouse and keyboard, just nothing you can do. It's just a lose-lose situation, and you just need to pray to the Ubisoft gods and Lord Tachanka himself that we're gonna get, you're gonna get lucky and get the headshot and stuff like that. Now, I already made a video talking about how I think they should fix this issue, but again, I think they just need to just give an input. And Ubisoft has stated before that they were looking into crossplay for with their franchises. So again, I really hope they push crossplay in year 5 for Siege. I think it will just make the community a lot wholer, and people that want to play mouse and keyboard can go play mouse and keyboard on PC against PC players, where I think things will be a little bit more even. But again, mouse and keyboard is a big issue. The other cheating aspects, DDoSing, stuff like that has been fixed, so I can't really complain, and I'm glad that we're entering a fresh new year without any exploits and DDoSing issues, hopefully. Now, last on the list is reworking operators entirely. Now, an operator I want to see reworked entirely is Finka. One, I don't like her when she's on my team, and I don't like her when she's against me. Now, for one, they get extra health, and it's just annoying to shoot because, obviously, the defenders have one of the lesser hitting guns in the game, so they're already at disadvantage damage output, and then you're giving an attacker that makes their health even more. It's just a situation where I just get very frustrated by, and she rushes in with the shotgun, and she just messes everything up. It's very, very annoying. And on the receiving end, she Finka boosts, and I'm in mid recoil, and next thing you know, I miss all my shots and overcompensate because the teammate doesn't have a mic and he doesn't communicate that, yeah, guess what? I Finka boosted, you're screwed. I die because I can't aim anymore because I'm not used to not controlling recoil. And yeah, I think as an operator I want to see reworked entirely. Maybe another wishful thinking operator I want to see reworked entirely is Blitz. I know shield operators, he was a menace, now he's kind of weird, he's wonky. I do think Blitz can serve a little bit better purpose for the team. Again, the only shield op you want to be that serves any purpose in a competitive sense. It's not really, Blitz has provides no viability to, a team. Maybe just a rushing thing, but Monty's the only shield operator that has any fruition of being effective. Fuse is another operator that I think they need to retune his gadget. His gadget is very, very hard to get kills with because it's very simple in nature and people know how to just move away from the hockey puck. So, and last but not least, operators, we need to see Lord Tachanka get some type of rework, retuning, something, because he is completely the laughing stock of all of the operators in this game because his turret makes him stationary. I know the game is shield, it doesn't really help, all these different things, and again, I just don't really care too much about Tachanka. He's a fun memeing operator to use, but I do think they can make him a little bit more competitive and serve the meta a bit more from just learning what we know for the past, 4 years of Siege. And also too, they mentioned that they're reworking this guy, and apparently, I don't know where that rework is, but it should be somewhere eventually, hopefully year 5. But yeah, I mean, also don't replace any of these reworks for operators and with new operators. I think we need to still get the brand new operators, and the reworks can be mid-season reinforcements or just, additional changes that makes the game feel a lot more fresher than it already doesn't kind of feel. I don't know, game feels fresh, doesn't fresh, it depends on how you're feeling that day with Siege. But in general, these are just my year 5 wishes for Rainbow Six Siege. Again, all of this can obviously be correct or could be completely false. We have to find out when the R6 Invitational occurs, the final day, the championship game, the championship match. We will get a lot of details of what year 5 will give us, as well as just know what the future of Rainbow Six Siege is. But until next time, guys, hope you guys have a good one. Be sure to check out my Battlefield video dropping later today. We got some good stuff. I love Battlefield 5. It's really fun. But yeah, subscribe for more Rainbow Six Siege news, gameplays, all that good stuff, Siege. But until next time, guys, hope you guys have a good one. ShadowNinja here, and I'm out.